Hey everyone, welcome to my Dare to Be Artsy studio. I'm Cindy and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I hope you're having an awesome day. I want to thank the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo for putting this virtual event on. It's really hard to not be able to see you guys in person at the shows. That's my favorite part of what I do, is getting to meet you guys in person and get to know you better. So one way to get to know you is if you guys leave comments. Let me know where you're from. Ask questions. I may not be able to answer the questions during the video, but I definitely will be checking them out afterwards. Another way to get to know you guys is if you join our Dare to Be Artsy community. So it's just Artsy Community through Facebook. And if you join this weekend and leave a comment, we're going to be doing a random drawing for a giveaway. So again, check us out in the Artsy community. It's a great way for us to really get to know you better. Now, the couple of the cards that I'm going to be demoing today are this slimline card and this fun fold card. Both of them are using our wavy framelits dies. I love dies. One thing that's really unique about this one, there is a coordinating die. It's called a fun fold. What the fun fold does, besides let me show you two different things that the fun fold does. One of them is to create this pop-up card. And then if you turn the die a different direction, it creates this easel card. So I think you're really going to enjoy that die. Now let me show you a couple other favorite dies of ours. One of them is this swirl and stripe die. And it really works really great this way. I don't know if you can see this. It actually comes with two separate pieces. One that will create a background and one is the detail part of the die. Here's one of the samples. The hello is one of our double word layered dies, and we have quite a few of those. This is also a shape card, and I'm going to show you how we do that later. And then another way to do this card is I put the stripes are on the bottom, and if you look really close, you can see that there's ribbon that's threaded through the stripes. Isn't that a fun look? But wait, that's not all. Look at this. What a fun candy topper that makes. So you use the base, and then you use half of the stripe of the die. And who doesn't love chocolate? So that's one of the dies. Another favorite of mine is this wacky box die. And look at this fun way to make that die, to do something with that card. It's a shaker card. And if you look really close, you can see that there's pieces that are paper pieced back into the design. Isn't that beautiful? And another one of my favorites is our circle background die. And look at this fun card. This is also using our Seize the Day line that we're going to be showing you guys today. Now, I know that's a lot of fun dies. We also have some awesome stamps. And one of my favorites is our mascot, Nellie. So if you can see her over my shoulder, that's Nellie the gnome. And here is a card made with Nellie. And here's another one. So she's our crafty gnome. And then here's our flower gnome. So there's no other friend like you. And then the other one has, I love crafting with my gnomies. So Nellie is really fun. I think you'll enjoy her as well. Now to show you the rest of our stuff, we're going to go ahead and change our screen. Let me tell you about our discounts. If you spend $75, you're going to get $10 off and free shipping. If you spend $35, you're going to get $5 off. Join our Facebook group, the Artsy Community, and if you leave a comment, you're going to have a chance to win $25. visit our website, daretobeartsy.com. Let me show you some more of our exciting products. This is our leaf background die. You're going to love it. The Well Wishes stamp set was created so that all of these sentiments are going to fit in the leaf pattern. We've got a wide range to go with every occasion. You Brighten My Day is a perfect one to use for anything. If you use it vertically, you can use our Little Birdie stamp set and it fits right in that leaf pattern. Here is another example of a card that I made using the tonic foil paper. Isn't that elegant? You can really use this die for so many different occasions. It's a great combination. The next thing I want to show you is our Seize the Day paper line. Our paper is really high quality. It's double-sided. We've got small prints and large prints, so it's really perfect for card makers and scrapbookers. You're going to love the combination for this. Here's a layout that we did using this combination. This line has lots of different stamps and dies that match. We have our Utterly Awesome, Seize the Day, and our Hibiscus. All of these stamps have dies that match. What's really cool are that the dies that match the stamps also cut lots of the images right out of the paper. Here's an example. Now I'm going to show you the next paper is our Utterly Awesome paper. The dies are going to cut many of those otters right out of the paper. Let me show you how this works. I've taken a piece of our Sail Away paper and here's the die. I'm going to line the die right up over on top of the sailboat. I'm going to tape it down. Then you're going to run it through any of your die cutting machines. Here's an example of a card that we made using the sailboats cut right out of the paper. You'll even notice the detail in our dies. Hope your day is smooth sailing. Here are some of the stamps that are also in this line. Our Anchors Away die is going to cut the images out of this Anchors Away stamp set. It's going to cut those sailboats, but it's also going to cut the sailboat right out of the Ocean Wave stamp set. In this line, we also have 2 more stamp sets with lots of different sentiments. Again, this line is all part of Seize the Day. And here's our little sailboat, here's our little anchor. There's just so many fun parts to this collection. So let's get started with our next card. This is the one we're going to demo for you. It's using the Seize the Day line. First, we're going to gather up our wavy framelets. You're going to take the largest frame. You're going to take a standard A2 size card. You're going to fold it in half. Then you're going to line up the die. There's a cut line here. You're going to make sure that the cut line does not overlap the fold. So you can see from the back where the cut line is. It does not touch the fold of the card because you don't want to cut that piece. So you're going to line it up. You're going to take some tape and just tape it onto your paper and run it through your machine. Now you'll notice that the wavy part of the top of the card is not there, but that's okay because you're going to take your pattern piece and cut it out of the same wavy framelit, and then you're going to attach this to the card base. I just put some score tape on the back, and we're just going to attach that, line it up from the bottom of the paper where the waves are. So when you attach it to that card base, you can't even tell that the back side is short folded. So here you can see the back, but from the front you don't even see that. Then you're going to take another image and you're going to use the next size framelit down. We've stamped it with the sailboats, colored it in with Copic markers, and it's using that next die. I'm going to put foam tape on the back because I love to pop a lot of my images up. And it really is a very simple shape card. Here's another example. And here's one using You're My Anchor. Such an easy card. So now let's move on to the next card. This is a slimline card. There's no otter friend like you. So let me show you what we're going to start with. You're going to take some standard cardstock and you're going to cut it to 8.5 by 7.5 and you're going to fold it in half. The folded size is going to be 8.5 by 3 3/4. It's going to fit in a number 10 envelope. Then you're going to take another pattern paper to create the background, and this is 3 inches by 8 inches. I'm going to attach it to the base. Then I'm going to take another panel, and this is 3.5 inches by 8.25 inches, so just slightly smaller than your card base, because I like to have a little bit of a frame all the way around it. Now with that, you're going to use your wavy framelits again. You're going to take the smallest piece, and this one, I like to have the squares bounce a little bit. So I'm going to just take that framelit and I'm going to position it 3 different spots, run it through your machine. Again, you could line these up perfectly, but I kind of like them bouncing. So here I ran it through the machine, cut the 3 squares out. I also went ahead and pre-stamped it. And then the next thing we want to do is add some bubbles. So we're going to take our Blue Sky ink pad from Dare to Be Artsy. We're going to take the bubbles and we're going to stamp them in the open spaces. Another thing you can do, if you didn't want to stamp the bubbles, it's really fun to add just some little Nouveau drops or some little bling. We're using the Otterly Awesome stamp set. Here's the bubbles that we're using. There's lots of different sentiments that you could use with this stamp set. Then I'm going to take foam tape and I'm going to add this to the back because I really want this piece to pop up off of the base of the card. So I'm going to just add pieces all the way around. I'm also going to put a few pieces in the center. And then I don't want the foam tape too close to the bottom of the squares, and you're going to see that when we position our little otters inside those windows. So you notice that the foam tape kind of sits away from the squares. So we're just going to peel this off. And we're going to position it right over the background water paper. I just like how it pops off of that base. Really nice there. Now we're going to take our 3 otters. I've stamped them and colored them in with Copic markers. I hate this part. I'm going to cut their little tails off. Ouch. Here goes another one. Just doesn't feel right to do that. Okay, now we put foam tape on the back of these guys because I want them to pop up as well. And then I'm going to take some little scissors and I'm just going to snip right between the little arms because I want her little arm to hang out over the die cut area. See how she can just tuck in there? And then we're going to do that with the other otters as well. So we're just going to snip just a little bit between the arm. And then he's going to fit in there, with his arm hanging out. Just adds a little bit more excitement to the card. And our last one. There she goes. And I've used similar colors for the 3 otters, so they kind of all tie together. The next part I'm going to add is all of our papers have kind of an extra bar at the top. This paper has the anchors at the top. On the back of that is where the barcode is and stuff. I just don't like to waste anything, so I designed those little stripes so that you don't have to waste any of your paper. I love using these stripes on different projects. All right, I made it. It was a little bit long, so I'm just going to snip off the end. And there you go. So I've done 2 cards here, just using the different paper in the background, the different stripe. I think they're just really fun. I love this new slimline shape. So here's the other 2 cards that we put together, all from the Seize the Day line. It's a great combination. There's just so many things to choose from. Now let me show you what else is really unique about Dare to Be Artsy. Many of our stamps have one die that matches more than one stamp set. This skunk is going to cut the skunk from the Stinkin' Happy set and also the Fillin' Stinky stamp set. So we've got lots of fun little sentiments. Sorry you're feeling so stinky. Monday stink. The other one is more birthday related. Happy stinkin' birthday. You're so stinkin' awesome. Here's some samples. This one says, sorry you're feeling so stinky. And this one, you make me so stinkin' happy. So one of them has a little bit happier face. The other one has a little scarf. So very similar, but one die is going to cut both.